What's good, everyone? It's Zigzag here. Welcome back to another Geoguessr video. Good to have you along on the channel today. I am back from being quite sick, so that's why we didn't have any road to number one over the last few days. And yeah, I still sound a little congested, but I think I'm going a lot better. So we may have a double upload today as well, so stay tuned in the next couple of hours after this comes out, if there will be another one. Not quite sure yet. If not, there'll be a video tomorrow. And yeah, I say let's get into some NMPZ duels. Obviously, I'm not really sure. With the slow queue times, it is possible that they try and amalgamate the no moving jewels like queues, but I'm going to stop talking about that because we got a 1.6k rated player. Huge potential here. I did it for love. Definitely seems to be a Smurf because they got the kind of basic background here. But we have Sweden here. Short dashes, red house here. And I'm thinking this feels fairly southern. This kind of big red barn does kind of feel like it would be kind of this latitude or more south. And I think I'm going to click more south. I'm going to go here, actually. And our opponent goes for the same guess. So I wonder who this is. I mean, the good thing is I don't really have to worry too much. It could be Consus. It could be, well, not that I think Consus would use an alt account, but, you know, it could be someone as good as Consus or someone who's just kind of not quite so good. But we'll see. They're 1.6k, which is near the top. This is South Africa. Now, it feels kind of south coast-ish. Our opponent guesses here. So east we don't see too much. Yeah. This could easily just be Joburg as well, so I'm wondering what I actually want here. I think I'm just going to go Joburg. I think it's actually kind of more likely. We'll see, though. And, okay, it was just South Coast, Naberha. Good guess from our opponent. Yeah, was my first thought, but I kind of assumed if the opponent was guessing so quickly, they may have gone Joburg as well, so I was trying to maybe damage negate, but instead I'm just going to have to go for all my best guesses, I think. Although that's easier said than done sometimes. Okay, opponent's just insta-guessing. That's okay, I can vibe with that. We can go quickly, and that ends up being a bit further north. Obviously, if we lose this duel, because we're still a bit underrated, it's, what, like 5 points-ish, so it's really no biggie. Next one here is Russia. It's Gen 3. We have these kind of big flowers, which you see a lot around Moscow. I think they're quite common, like Kostroma, Kirov too. I don't know. This does feel kind of the similar Moscow latitude, but I'm not really sure longitude-wise which way is best to go here. I'm just gonna hedge it in Kostroma, and it was actually in Tver. That's fine. Opponent making another nice guess. Definitely, I mean, I can tell the guesses are legit, so I'm wondering who this is. If you want to reveal yourself, that would be kind of nice, but I doubt it will happen. Okay, next one here. We have Mexico. This looks maybe like Mexico City. I don't really see any proper info here, so I would probably just go there. Oftentimes you get the cobblestone around Jalisco. Maybe I'll actually go Jalisco here. I have gone against my better judgment a few times. I'm going to go Jalisco here. And it was actually SLP. Opponent goes Mexico City. Yeah, the cobblestone is really common around Jalisco, I know, but hey, at least we do some more damage there. Okay, next one here. We're going to be over in Denmark or something like that. Looks like it to me. Pretty generic stuff. It is mega flat, so I'm thinking maybe further east for that reason. Sometimes on these islands can be quite flat like that. But the vibes are kind of more middle, so I'm just gonna go like this. And it was over towards the west there. The middle hedge is fine. Opponent making another nice guess. That's going to be 68 points of damage. So really, I mean, our bad guess early on didn't make too much difference. Now we're on 2.5. Anything can happen. We have UK-ish here. These kind of, it looks like Wales to me, maybe, with this kind of architecture. We don't see any red brick architecture as well, so I'm thinking Wales is pretty decent here. It could be NI, but I don't remember seeing cliffs like that in Northern Ireland, so yeah, I think I'll just go Wales here. We'll see it. And it was NI. Wow, I did not know about those cliffs, but I guess it was just Irish architecture, so 1.7k damage there. I've actually been practicing quite a lot. While I was sick, I had a bit of time to practice, but clearly this opponent is giving us some troubles regardless. First game of the day, I guess. This is Andorran license plate, so we can just guess, of course. And yeah, so what do we need? We need something, we need some big country where I make a nice guess at this stage with this kind of disadvantage. This could be okay. India's probably a type of country I want. This feels more northwestern than northeastern to me. Uttarakhand, Himachal Pradesh, I don't know, I'll go Uttarakhand here. And it was Uttarakhand, but opponent makes an equally, or better guess, rather, 700 points. Okay, so, not coming easy on this duel. Definitely deserving their rating, apparently. Okay, and what do we have here? Left-hand drive in Indo. Indo could be good for us. We have thatched roofs. Kind of feels a bit nooses, doesn't it? I don't think it's barley. So I might just go for a quick guess here. Kind of have to. Don't know if I love it, but maybe just some Sumbawa. Could make sense. Yeah, I'm gonna go for it here. We'll see. Opponent. What will our opponent do? Because we do have Muslims. That's interesting. A lot of the Far East ones are Christian, but I think Sumbawa was still Muslim, so that should be okay. I could be completely wrong here, but we'll find out what our opponent wants to do here. And our opponent does not guess. Well, we made a nice guess ourselves, but I wonder if that was on purpose. I don't know. Anyway, we get 28 points, so thanks for the donation. They played better than I did, but, you know, it was a nice Indo guess. Nice payoff for some practice I've been doing there, so I won't say it's completely undeserved. Even if I play that duel again, we probably do lose. Anyway, we have an Aussie opponent on the next one here, Tom. Similar rating. We'll give it wave back here. And we're starting off in the Swiss country here. And where do we think more so here? It's definitely up in the mountains, but... yeah, I think it kind of feels central to me. I'm just going to hedge it in the middle here. Not really my strongest country is Switzerland, but we were actually in the North Mountains there. Yeah, I don't really worry too much about Switzerland. Middle click, it's a small enough country where middle click suits me pretty nicely. Next one here, we have Japanese language over here. Yeah, so what are the vibes? Kind of flat roofs here. This to me... I don't really see any evidence of north vegetation, so, but it is very flat. I kind of thought this looked a bit like Kyushu, but it is quite flat for Kyushu. So we're looking at north there. That could definitely fit if we're in kind of a northern-ish Kyushu here. Gonna go for that. And it was actually just Sendai. Completely wrong vibes. Though that was kind of in like a parking lot. Not really too much useful info there in my opinion. Committed a bit too hard, but I don't know. I still kind of like that guess. Next one here. We are in Europe or America? Huh. I think everything looks more European. Yeah, I'm going to go quickly here. Maybe Czechia? Czechia or Hungary? I'm just going to go Hungary to hedge everything, but our opponent may think it's US if we're lucky. Because there's no real... Okay, it was Hungary, good. But there was no real 100% tell, apart from maybe the bollards in the distance, that it wasn't going to be US, but that's good. Still made the right guess. Next one here, we are in Ecuador. And we probably should be west of the Andes here rather than east, I would say. Although, can't really say for sure. Northwesterly highway here. And Santo Domingo feels pretty fine to me, I think. We do have those mountains kind of northish, so... I mean, maybe doesn't make a whole lot of sense. I'm just going to hedge it middle here, I think. And it was actually Esmeraldas there. But our opponent goes for the middle click as well, and it's going to be no damage. So, good that our mistakes have came pre-multis so far in the games, but obviously would like to cut those mistakes out entirely. This one with the black and white chevrons, probably an Italian island, I would have thought. Could still be Greece, I suppose, but no, I'm going to go for an Italian island here. Most of them are around here. I'm just going to go for that. And it was these ones. Man, that was obviously the second option. Our opponent goes on this one, another Italian island. Okay, well, at least I didn't go that one, I guess. And here we move forward to double damage already. We're in Europe, I think. Yeah, French-looking sign there. Gonna go straight in for it in case our opponent doesn't realize. But yeah, that kind of second sign underneath a warning sign with like light text on the other side, if you were to be able to look around to find it, is very French. And our opponent definitely proving himself to be pretty strong here. Hasn't made any mistakes so far apart from the Italy one, which is pretty minor. And here we are all the way south in Argentina. Ushuaia area. We're going directly north here. I wonder if we're on like this road here or something. We're looking north at mountains, so I think this should be a decent guess here. On the road continues along here, I forget, but that should be okay because we're going north-south, so... it was just this, yeah. That was the other option, I guess. Because we weren't on the main highway, it was like a dirt road, right? So the yellow road ended and it was that tiny stretch there, which turns into a dirt road. Back in Japan, wasn't so good for us last time. I think this time we're going to be more humble with the guess, go middle. Because it does kind of look like middle anyway, although we don't have pines, which is kind of interesting. Different kind of tree here. I'm going to go Kyoto. And it is Chiba there. That's why it was strange. It was right on the coast, so kind of coastal vegetation. Opponent this time makes the Kyushu guess and gets it wrong. So, yeah, it goes to show that sometimes in Japan, when you don't have a sign or any meta, it can be better just to hedge it a bit. Here we are in Indo now. We do not have much in the way of info here, I would say, but we do have this kind of building, which I think that's more so like kind of Kalimantan architecture. So I think I'm just going to go Central Kalimantan here. I think that's fine. Our opponent is sending the questioning face, so maybe that's a good sign to go quickly here. But at the end of the day, I don't really have full confidence that I'm correct. And what? He sends the... Okay, there must have been... Maybe if he exited full screen on the right there was some good info. But I think... No, he's sending a shocked face, so perhaps he actually did just plonk it like that, which is a little annoying. Okay, next one here. We're in Thailand. This is just generic Eastern Thailand or Central Eastern Thailand. Just gonna go like... I'm gonna go here, actually. I don't think it's... The red soil is not present, so I'm gonna go hedging more so for center here. It could even be north if we have panned... Okay, it's not. It's fine. In fact, we're a bit closer there, so that's at least a decent result. It moves us back to pretty much even. But yeah, it could have been north potentially there. Sometimes you can't see the mountains. Next one here. We're in southern France, Italy, something like that. Road's really pale, so I kind of like Italy. I was practicing Italy today. I think this looks enough like Italy for me to just go for it, but I'll hedge fairly north just in case. Yeah, I mean, other options would be like, yeah, Spain, France, maybe Greece. I think this really looks like Italy to me, though. I think I'm happy with the guess. The question is, does he out-region guess us? Maybe. And yeah, it was just middle Italy there. I mean, I really did think it was further south, but I wanted to hedge in case, I don't know, he guesses France and ends up closer in France. I don't know, that was kind of silly. I should have just, yeah, this guy's a strong enough opponent where I should just go what I think. Next one here, Indo was not good for us last time. Let's see if it can be this time. Kind of feels like Timor to me. I would say so, but don't really have any great evidence for that, just off vibes, so hopefully we're correct. I don't think it's Sumba. It could be these two, but it wasn't really my first thought, so let's find out here. Oh, and it was, okay, it was just Flores, actually. I wasn't thinking Flores, so that's okay. Because I was thinking it could have been one of these ones, which I almost switched to, or would have switched to maybe if I had a few more seconds. Okay, this is bad. We got info, 322. Can we get that? 322. There's 200s. 222. He's already guessed, of course. It's kind of bad for us. Okay, does this look south? Not really. Let's get the marker down. Yeah, there's 300s here. 333. 32's there. I mean, 32. Yeah, we saw a bunch of stuff, so that should keep us alive. It does. 800 points stem. But yeah, could have been a lot worse, I guess. Now we have a fairly small country. Not what we wanted to see. It's going to be Norway. It's going to be quite southern here, I think. This is actually just to me right here. So let's hope our opponent just blunders and goes north. But he could knock us out here easily with 500 points if he's on it. It's pretty equidistant there. I guess it's decent, but it's only 3. Okay, we really need a big country right now. And we get Malaysia. Yeah, could do it on 6.5. Oh, it's actually Thailand. Okay, not good. Mountains there are south. We do have palms. It's not an easy one. I kind of thought maybe like hedging here. I'm just going to hedge here for everything, I think. Mountain ridge south, but we have kind of reddish soil. Just going to go for it. Oh, wow. Really nice guess there. Tell me that's enough. I don't think it is, but 6.5. Oh my gosh, it is. We have been so lucky on this series so far. So very lucky. There we go. Okay, nice. So we get 17 points for that, which is pretty crazy. So, I mean, this has immediately been an exceptional start to the video. We have moved up in Australia, I assume. Yeah, 15th now, and we're right on the cusp of jumping into the top 10. There's Liv, by the way. Shoutouts to Liv. But yeah, we've jumped up to 339 in the world with 2 really interesting jewels. I mean, I don't like to have to clutch on Thailand, but it can happen sometimes. And yeah, let's jump back in here. Okay, next opponent, much more of that normal rating, 1.1k. Definitely the type of player where we try and take full advantage of knowing the country early and go for quick guesses. This one is Peru, and I'm not sure if it's north or south. Think that I would kind of lean south slightly here, but it's better to just go, because our opponent might not know that mile marker there with the black top on it, and this is not an easy Peru. I don't see anything that actually gives Peru away. I think our opponent's kind of likely to go Colombia, which is why I kind of wanted to guess Cajamarca, where it kind of gets green like this, and that is where it is. But our opponent, yeah, somewhat predictably goes in Indonesia, which is, yeah, understandable. The house definitely looked more South American, but apart from that, it was pretty easily failable, so I understand that. Western road angle here, we're in BC. You get this really smoky coverage in this kind of area, I think. So maybe we are kind of, yeah, if we're going slightly northwest, I do kind of like this guess. I'm just going to send it in like that, I think. And yeah, was on that road. Our opponent is going to be 2-rounded here. That was a nice duel indeed. Some easy points. GG's to our opponent there, and we get 8. So that's no small amount. Soon we're going to get to the stage where we don't get anything. But now we're against JV, who is in the top 10 of Australia. And is a strong opponent, no doubt, so we're going to have to play nicely here. First one here, we are in Hong Kong. We have Hong Kong taxis, so just going to send it in here. No real reason to wait around and dawdle. But yeah, JV, he was one of the best Brazil players in the world. Very strong at the Brazil map back in the day. He took a break from the game, but I don't think the skills have left him much, because from what I've seen, he's still playing very nicely. Next one here, we're in New Zealand, I believe. Well, we have white center lines, actually Chile. Okay, so this kind of gives me more of a south vibe. I don't know about the concrete road, but just the vibes are a bit further south here. So I think I'm just going to click more so towards Puerto Montt. It's a bit risky, but I think I like it. And yeah, it was actually down there. I forget where the Gen 4 normally goes, but his guess is fine too, so not really going to be anything, just 300 points exchanged after 2 rounds. Next one here, we're in Argentina, a country I've been practicing. This is urban Argentina, which is notoriously difficult. We have this very thick, like, light kind of holding here, which I, associated with a bit further south, but this kind of looks a bit generic, a bit more like it would be a bit further north. I don't know. So Trello, I think, was the city. What's the angle? Oh, the angle's really good for Trello. It's actually like the Trello angle. This is risky. It's pre-multis, though. Let's go for it. Let's see. Okay, that was, yeah, exceptionally silly. I mean, that's, yeah. Well, it can be found other places. I knew it could be, but I wanted to try something. Fortunately, I mean, if he nailed that, it would have been bad. But fortunately, he's also pretty far. So we take our traditional early loss. Anyway, this one here is interesting. So, are we in Puerto Rico? I'm going to exit full screen just to see that. Nothing. Number 2, we're looking north of the ocean there. Do they have that kind of shield in Puerto Rico? Doesn't really look like a US shield, right? So, could this be... Oh, could this be a... So if we're driving right, yeah. Could this be a Colombian island, I wonder? Now, let me actually find where they are, these ones. So what do they have? The 03... The 01. I don't really see an 02 here. It's kind of a difficult round, guys. 03. Yeah. Opponent guesses. Double yellow line. Feels more like a US state, doesn't it? A US something. What about Virgin Islands? I've run out of time, but hopefully we're not too far in Puerto Rico. We'll see. It was Puerto Rico. Interesting. I've never seen that shield in the US before, but I guess, Puerto Rico being a territory, you might just do it its own thing sometimes, but... Okay, next one here. It's going to be Mexico. This coverage, I think I remember this one being in Chihuahua or Coahuila. Maybe this road in Chihuahua? Yeah, this one, I think. West. If we're traveling west, maybe go here. I think I like that. Okay, we're looking west and we see some mountains. I'm going to go for it here. I'm pretty sure it was Chihuahua, that has this road that looks like this, where it's like kind of Gen 2 shrubs and stuff. It was, yeah. I always forget where that road is, but yeah. Well, maybe it's that. That actually might be a different road, but we get the right state. It's good damage. And off to the next round. It's going to be North America here. BC, I think, with these white road lines, yeah. It's kind of a difficult BC. I'm just going to send it in here. I think I saw similar coverage around here, maybe. can't remember where exactly it was, but I'm just going to send it middle BC here. I think that's a decent guess. These white road lines, they're really common in Saskatchewan to get them next to the double yellows. You do get them in BC and Yukon, though. And it was BC, good guess from our opponent. But it's, again, no small amount of damage there. We're definitely in the lead now. Okay, so what do we have? Some Japan. Typical Japanese guardrail here with the white. And what have we learned? I think we learned to be humble. We're going to click Tokyo this time. We're going to click Tokyo, Gunma. If I was to go for my... Okay, man. The humble guesses, man. Shoutouts to the humble guesses, man. 1.8k. Okay. I mean, it's valid. Like, Japan and Poland both are valid to just click middle, I think. Okay, next one here is UK. Southwest vibes to me. I'm going to click Cornwall here, because I'm a baller. No, I should just be clicking here, shouldn't I? Oh, no. Yeah, I let my middle clicking, I got it out of my system, and now I want to go for fancy guesses. Really, I should just be guessing middle here. Okay, well, it's actually Jersey, so that's why I got Southwestern vibes. And that's going to be GG damage. Okay, very nice. So beating a top 10 Australia player there. It's going to be 20 ELO. And let's see where that places us, because that should actually place us. I mean, we've just been going so nicely. So that places us just below top 10 Australia. We're number 11 now. And globally, we are up to up to 277, passing Vegetal, another Australian there. So that is nice indeed. I think it is time to do one more to finish our NMPZ placement games, I guess. And we will see. Okay, JV is back at it. Good luck to JV. Can we send in the moat? And let's see how we go on this first round, which is Spain. Now, this kind of feels quite a bit like Portugal, so I'm definitely going to be clicking west here. But also don't want to like commit too much here, so I'm just going to go like here. I don't know, maybe I should have gone further south with this predominance of... yeah, should have. This predominance of like those pines mixed with olives, I don't know. But it's okay. You guys know I haven't been locking in on the first rounds as much as I should have, but I'm a clutch player. I like the later rounds. I like to play well when it matters. What have we got here? Bloemfontein maybe, like Free State. Not really sure. This kind of feels quite deserty, so I'll just click here, hedging for most of everything. It definitely feels like it's just somewhere in the middle. And yeah, it's a fine guess. I mean, normally in South Africa, I like to try and get the state. But yeah, just that kind of open landscape, dryness, definitely makes sense. Give the video a like if you're enjoying, by the way. Okay, next one here. We got the front of the car. This is the US. I'm going to try and catch him off guard in case he doesn't realize that. Let's go Virginia here. Yeah, front of the car, so... basically can't be Europe. I mean, I would be pretty shocked if this was, but it looks like Europe, so definitely the type of one where we want to go quickly. Yeah, he goes over in Czechia, and it's going to be Iowa, so we don't get what we could have there, because Iowa is not what I was thinking of at all. It probably would have been in my maybe final 10 states that I would have guessed. Ooh, this is kind of interesting now, you know, because it could be US again. The road is really thin, but the kind of sticker on the tree is a bit of a US thing. So I gotta consider. I don't know if the pavement really looks that US. So this is kind of more interesting. This is actually a proper 50-50. Opponent guesses. Shall I go for it again? If he's on it, he can't eliminate us. It's not multis yet, so... I think I'm gonna go for it here, guys. I don't know. I'm gonna go for it. Oh my gosh, yeah, we both go for it that time, and it was actually Hungary. I mean, yeah. I just, without the thing on the tree, I would have gone Europe, I'm pretty confident, but I've just heard that, like, stickers on trees is much more American than European, but who knows what that actually was. Next one here, France. Yeah. It's either France or Portugal, but I think it looks more like France, right? So maybe just southern, like in this area here, or maybe more west coast, but somewhere in this, you know, south area. I think the hedge is decent. And yeah, was that area very nice. I mean, obviously we're super lucky there that JV didn't guess in Europe, because even if he, you know, guessed in Czechia or something, it would have been 3,000, 4,000 points of damage. Here we are in Mexico, probably just like Campeche or Yucatan here. Reason being like kind of these like kind of coastal looking like straggly trees, which you just have to play a bit of Mexico to get used to, but okay, really nice guess there in Quintana Roo. But yeah, definitely Yucatan Peninsula often looking like that. Still got a 2,000 point advantage here from our US guess. The next one here is, I think, maybe Italy. Yeah, we got Italian flag, we got a Swiss flag too. So definitely guessing Swiss border rather than Austrian one. And yeah, I think I'm actually going to guess this kind of side of the Swiss border because that kind of hedges for everything. Our opponent actually goes Switzerland, which is a interesting guess because this old camera does not exist in Switzerland. But I mean, probably just hedging. Next one here. Maybe Romania vibes here, yeah. And I think it's South Romania, but I'm not really sure where, so I'm just gonna go here, east of Bucharest, but to me this can be anywhere, like in this kind of, you know, L shape or reverse J shape, yeah. And our opponent goes for the same guess. So, oh yeah, Romania here has like thicker road lines in the center and on the outsides than many of its neighbors, so pretty useful. Next one here, Ghana, I think. I was practicing Ghana today. I would just go here, kind of hedging for the eastern hills and the kind of hills around Accra. And it's possible that our opponent doesn't realize it, but of course he does. I mean, JB is very strong and making good guesses a high proportion of the time, so not really a surprise. Okay, next one here. No front plate, so immediately leading you more southern, but the trees definitely look a bit further north here. Okay, so I'm thinking maybe this is like, thinking this might be like North Carolina or something like that here. A bit west, that's why we have some hills. Could also as easily see like Kentucky, Tennessee. So maybe it'd be wiser to hedge there. We have like thin road lines. Oh, we do have a southern reflector in the, inside the road lines there. So that changes my mind. We could still be South Carolina, I think, but maybe just Georgia, Alabama, max north here is what would make sense with the southern reflector, I think, if I'm right, and that's what it is. But yeah, I'll just go here, I guess. And yeah, it was, wow, yeah, really good last second spot there, because I wouldn't have gone there otherwise. And it's GG damage again. So nice, I think. I mean, this was an incredible episode. We move into the top 10 in Australia. Let's see where we end up globally, though. Well, yeah, let's see. Australia first. So yeah, we're 10th now, just behind JV. Unfortunately, stole some elo there. We get some quick jumps as we win our next few, but then we go with the big boys. 1500 plus is where you really do start to struggle, I think. And where you really don't want to lose as well. And then we are 234 in the world. So as you can see, the whole update has been definitely a big plus for me with my skill set. But guys, I think that's going to be it for the video. Let me know if you enjoyed it and give the video a like as well. I'll see you guys in a video very soon. Till next time, guys, and goodbye.